Well, healthcare having a strong start to the year with the XLV gaining nearly 8% since January and 0.5% today. As Wall Street mulls President Biden's newly released election year budget, the proposal designating $130 billion to the Department of Health and Human Services, protecting Medicare funding and lowering prescription drugs costs if approved. Joining us here on set to go inside the proposal is Dr. Kavita Patel, NBC News and MSNBC medical contributor. Welcome, Dr. Patel.
Clap her in. Come on.
It's rarefied air now.
It really is. It really is. Some of these proposals are very interesting and I'm sure would appeal to many Americans who are facing high drug costs, namely the $2,000 cap, which would be applied to all insured Americans, which seems amazing from this standpoint, consumer standpoint, but not so for the drug companies.
Not so for the drug companies, Melissa. And I think, obviously, we have to even see how the initial 10 drugs that were being priced by Medicare play out. We want to make sure that they do deliver on that out-of-pocket cost reduction. But we won't know until we see the prices and how much of that. Remember, it's not just about the drug manufacturer. There's all these kind of people in the middle involved with drugs and the out-of-pocket costs. But it's still a signal from the Biden administration that they know this is popular and that expanding this, not just to broader markets beyond Medicare, is something that voters want. So you're seeing a rehash of some of the more popular initiatives in 2022. Playing out in 2024.
Amazing to have you on, Doctor. So, years ago, there was a huge bullseye, always in political presidential campaigns, on big cap pharma's back. But the market seems to have sniffed out all bark and no bite. Is that an accurate assessment of what's going on here?
I think that it's an accurate assessment that we won't know what the bark kind of is and how it matches the bite until we see those prices playing out, which we will know in September of this year. So we'll have some critical milestones in the last quarter of 2024. And I think that could shape a lot of how much of the bite there is. What I will say is that no matter whether the president's budget goes into place or just what's in law, we will still have, at some point, every drug in Medicare eventually will be on this list. So at the end of the day, Medicare price negotiation and drug negotiation is real. Add to that states trying to do reimportation, Colorado, other places. The pressure on pharma is real, and we're seeing it in the early venture space. You're seeing a change in how early venture funds are investing in biotech because they don't know if big pharma will still be able to kind of invest in them. So those things, I think, have cycled out. Still a very good space for the obesity drugs, though, because it looks like Medicare could pick up one of those drugs for coverage now that it has a cardiac indication, namely Ozempic. So that's a big deal.
So getting to a place where, the Biden 10, you could make an argument that if you're early stage enough, these drugs are not early stage. But at some point, do you see companies opting out of being in the Medicare market, period? And if I'm thinking about GLP-1, the profitability in here right now is they don't care. And this is, as you said, this is populist rhetoric, at least for now. So I'm just curious how you see this. And this is the administration that's talking about the cancer moonshot. I mean, how are you going to get companies to get there if you do this?
And you see a little bit of crumbs in the budget for things like kind of cancer moonshot. They're talking about just amending exclusivity so that they can have more of that kind of safe harbor, if you will, for skinny labels. They're doing some things, adding research funding. I think they're trying to say, like, look, we want to negotiate on price, but we're also going to try to create some incentives down the line for these types of drugs. But I think you're right that I think manufacturers are having to make a decision. These 10 have all been very clear. They do not want to be out of the Medicare space. Who would want to if you're in this market? Medicare is such a large payer, and as Medicare goes, so go the other things. And that's why you see the president extending the Medicare insulin caps to the commercial market. So you're seeing this very familiar pattern. So to get out of Medicare would be a pretty devastating, that would be a lot of bite for the bark, I think.